Welcome to this week's episode, Ginger on Air, and you can be on air with me tonight. Most likely, if you're a client, I'm gonna pull you on live here, and we have a conversation. I coach you. You can ask me questions. I'm so excited for this. It's all about human design, business, lifestyle, and love. Why not? All the money vibes, all the abundance codes, all the high vibes. And I feel so good. I have a new outfit. My open G go undefined G went like, gate one, we gotta self-express us in a new way. Last week we had episode 1. Remember the dress that I was wearing back then? I can show you later on my stories. It's week by week by week a different vibe. So we have a little bit fall vibes going on. It is cashmere. It is a little jumper. So let me know in the comments if you're vibing this with me too. And it's gonna be so perfect for Ibiza because I feel I'm not ready for fall, but I also wanted something cozy, you know? Hi Helena. I'm so glad that you're here. So it was very spontaneous to do this week's episode today, but I know it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I was in the flow, and thank you, in the zone. Helena, your dresses, I love them too. Like in the Telegram chat inside the Design for Success chat, like the photos and the sharings about Friday Venus Day are insane. I love it. I love watching you. Hi, Sarah is on here as well. So Fridays are my Venus days and my wealth codes. Wealth codes, right? Wealth codes. Like going wealth and money is something totally different. And I was remembering that I did an incredible masterclass while I was laying at the pool. I did an incredible masterclass called Wealth at Will because I have a defined heart and my motivation is desire. So I always, hi Sarah, the other Sarah is also here, Money Jen, I can remember you. So I manifest different than anyone else because we all are a different design. So our highest abundance frequency is different. I have no idea why I'm not talking about manifestation, but it is actually, it is related to what I want to talk about because I always say I always get what I want. And I always did that even before I knew about my design. And the more naturally we speak our voices of our throat, the more we allow ourselves to just express ourselves in that way and act in that way and take action in this way, fully trusting ourselves. If everyone would trust yourself completely and just do what feels good to you and naturally and obvious, like duh, this is just what I do, then you would be living your design and you would be naturally, innately, inevitably, and you would just go for it and not let anyone talk you down, stop you, and not even your own fear, because there would be no fear because you were fully backing yourself. And so I always said, I want that, my desire, motivation, and I get it. I always get what I want. And so this morning, as I was laying at the pool, I was sitting there and thinking about, wow, I have the freedom I always wanted. I can schedule intentionally as if it was a client call. I schedule Fridays as my Venus days and wealth days and make space, which is so important. Let me know in the comments if you also are like me and that's the biggest desire is freedom. No calls, like at least the least amount of calls, not sitting at the computer, traveling the world, like doing what the fuck you want. And I did this post last Sunday, the reel about my morning routine is like doing what the fuck I want. And then a couple of moms were commenting and saying, yeah, good for you, but I have 3 kids. I cannot do what the fuck I want. And I was commenting back. I said, good for you. You did what the fuck you want. You wanted 3 kids. So don't blame me for having no kids and saying I can do what the fuck you want when you did what the fuck you wanted and you wanted 3 kids with the consequences. Okay? So your assignment here with is step it up as a mompreneur and make intentionally time and not let your circumstances or the excuses of having 3 kids that you cannot do what the fuck you want. If I had kids, I would be so intentional and say, okay, these 5 minutes, it has to be possible that I have 5 minutes, 10 minutes for myself. And in these 5-10 minutes, I am so focused and so honed in, and this is my highest priority, and you can shift in alignment instantaneously. And it takes practice, but the more you practice, the faster you can get into this alignment. I had to practice 3 hours of yoga to do what I do today in 30 minutes. It's a practice, but I have not let the excuses I heard from a lot of people, I cannot do yoga, I'm too stiff. I'm like, duh, that's why you do yoga, to get flexible, right? And so whenever I have a desire, I do what the fuck I want and do whatever it takes to get there. And you know what? This is leadership. And so I created a masterclass, it's called Wealth at Will. So if I want something, and wealth in my design and my desire looks different than anyone else's, wealth is just abundance. Wealth is the woman who creates that from that state. But if you're a fear state, if you're in self-doubt state, if you are questioning yourself, then you're not in an abundance frequency, you're in lack frequency, and you're not the wealthy woman. A wealthy woman, a leader, does not see problems. Like, I have 3 kids, that's my problem. No, a leader, a wealthy woman, she is the solution. Can you just take a moment and give me a feedback? Do you get the difference? And this is the biggest epiphany that I had today as I was sitting by the pool. I'm like, I have created a wealth on my terms, by my rules. I have not let anyone stop me. And this whole summer, my whole business pivoted, and now it feels like a clean slate. I'll start over again, new offers, new clients, or new clients who are elevated with me. We are also not the same before summer, right? And yes, there is uncertainty in terms of, I don't know where this is going. I don't even know where now the new design for success mentorship, how this evolves. I have so many ideas, it's all in my head, but I have no clear plan, and I don't need a plan because I am the plan. My design is my plan. So a leader creates the solution because she is the solution. It's all inside of us. If you see a problem, there's always the solution. If you have a desire, there's a path. You are the one who creates this, and this is why a lot of people, like our followers and just a couple of leaders who see are solution oriented. Exactly, Sarah. Applause for Sarah. Yes, give everyone some hearts for Sarah. A loving environment for my daughter. I'm with you. Yes. And you know what? I bow my head, and if I had a hat, I would say chapeau. My mom just got the baby. He is 5. My sister got the baby. My mom is also there. Like I say, I bow to all you moms. Like I even have hard times to take care of myself, you know? So my business is my baby. I know how hard it is. And that's leadership, that you do not let any excuse, okay, this is a situation, this is data, this is information. Don't look at the problem, look at the solution, and you grow through it. Yeah? So I am in a state where I realize how far I've come. I get it reflected back from my clients, from my mentors, from my peers. In my line 2, it's so normal for me to sit by the pool. I'm like, yeah, this is my normal. And then I have to remind myself, this is what I once wanted and not had, and now I created it. So I had to pinch myself. The wealth that I created. And I had an issue around talking about wealth because it was always kind of this, you have to always have labels on and cars and kind of present yourself in a certain way. Wealth for me is I do what the fuck I want. That's the freedom. And yes, there's money coming with it because it enables me to have more team members so that I have more freedom to create more and impact more women. So one thing I really want to have you understand is that you are always the creator of your reality. And the more you're hesitant around not doing what you actually know, where you feel the pull, and I see so many of you feeling pulled into my world and then not joining, and that's your decision. I accept that totally, but I always reflect it back to what you choose in that moment, and you know what you then choose. I don't have to tell you. And I am very much currently going through a phase where I've come so far, but I also know I cannot go where I want to be as the same person who got me here. This is evolution. So where I want to be needs a different identity, an upgraded version. And that also means that I am speaking a different language. And for some, it might be too much, too triggering. But you know what? We have 4 months left of this year. If you're not on the right path, if you're not fully in your unapologetic self and go like, oh, I maybe try this a little bit here and I'm not certain, and maybe a next round, this is the frequency of insecurity, uncertainty, and this is not full-on certainty, full-backed. This is not, I don't know what's coming, but I know why I'm doing it, and I'm fucking doing it. I'm so certain, and I'm create my solutions, and the universe will support me. And when you have this inside, you're actually unstoppable. And this is why you can look at your environment, you can look at the frequency in your life. The reason why you're not there where you want to be is because you are encoded and embodied in the frequency of uncertainty and self-doubt, and actually not self-trust. Because if you're not signing up with this mentor, if you're not putting out this post, if you're not starting the business, if you're not, I don't know, burning down the business and start something new, even though you know this is actually what I want, like I have a strong pull to pull back from this here, doing the Insta stories and Instagram lives and putting more into different platforms. And I don't know why, but I have this pull and I'm following it and building this new platform or two platforms where I feel I can express myself more and I reach the ones who I want to reach. And so it is, for me, why I'm doing this here is even more being unapologetic in my level, at my level where I am right now. And this is, and I hear a lot of my clients coming to me with the same problem. It's not a problem, it's just the perception of it. It might sound arrogant, it might sound too self-assured, it might sound aloof. It's the line 6. And so what I do is to share even more direct what the truth is. You can take what resonates, you can take what activates, you can take what triggers. It's your choice. I do it anyway, but what I role model is for my clients. This is, and the more, and yesterday, the riff and the rant about investing and so on and so forth, I'm actually not doing that to make you invest. I speak to the women who are my clients or want to be my clients and see me expressing something so unapologetically, so boldly, the truth that they want to express themselves to. And this is a total shift. And when you do that, you will always be a thought leader. You will always share your message to the right people because you're not trying to convince anyone. Do you see the difference? And when you're not in convincing energy, you're in confidence, lean back, certainty. It's actually wealth frequency. And that's the high definition of the ego. That means I know who I am, I know what I know where, like the level that I have here, and I don't need to lean down. I don't need to people please. I don't need to wait. I don't need to let them get it and then I can move on. I don't need to talk down and kind of make them understand, or I see where their problem is and I kind of try to help them. This is not empowering energy. And we move in human design, and the wheel is turning. It's all about self-empowerment. And so we as mentors have to be self-empowered, have to be fully in our authority, in our individualized, out of this homogeneous programming. And still so many are so programmed to not do what would stand out in the masses. Like, what the fuck? What actually happens? What happens if you make a leap and fail? You get up and do it again. Line 6, line 3 experience. You only fail if you not move. You only fail if you overthink it. You only fail because this is still stand. This is stuckness. You see the difference? So when you are in trusting yourself and just do it, and even if you fail and you own it and you say, yeah, it didn't turn out, whatever, I try something new. You have no idea what ripple effect this has, because this is pure leadership. So what I'm doing and how I'm showing up, and I had to work myself through so much. You are too much energy. Can anyone resonate? Being too much, especially mental projectors, defined heads and anjas. Our head goes constantly broadcasting thoughts, ideas, inspiration, concepts, and all the open heads go like, oh my God, that's too much. That is a lot. So all of you who are resonating and you feel inspired by me, I just want to see you move and do something. And like, what if I disappear tomorrow? What would you do then? Who do you plug in to get your motivation? I really want to have this conversation with you. This is because the thing is, the energetics of human design work on a flesh to flesh cellular level. It is mechanics, but it is not possible to recode and fully own your bigness by just watching other big women you adore. You gotta take a seat at the table and join them and have a fucking conversation and look at yourself. And this is, I don't get it. I actually don't get it. And I will repeat myself. Yeah. I would still have you in my head now. Right. Because you have, Helena, you have, we were working since 1 year together. Absolutely. This is the encoded transformation, the mutation that happens. By the way, I got a new straw. How pretty is this? I have to take this label off, but I just wanted my defined heart. Like, I want to take this on my live stream. This beautiful rose gold straw. Isn't it cute? So, I tell you, 99% will walk away from this live stream and nothing will change in your life. You have another motivation, but you cannot hold it. That's the difference. This is not possible. I would not be in my hold on. Oops, where are the comments? Where are the comments? I would not be where I am now. Okay. So, I want to hear from you first. Can we just share real quickly our intro, like profile, type, and authority? And I noticed something yesterday that this around the bigness and owning it. There is a difference between plugging in to someone's aura and getting a reminder of the bigness, or being in that aura and become recoded in your own bigness. Does that land differently? So, but you know what? I'm talking about this because I want to empower with what I do my clients. Great difference, yeah. To encourage them and to model that it takes more bold women for this world needs more bold women. And I'm fucking bored. I'm really bored about excuses. I'm just not here for it anymore. I just want to move, and that's why I'm creating leadership platforms. That's why I created the mentorship. I don't want to just have good students who listen to me and take notes. I want to have a conversation. I want to see my messenger popping up and saying, I did this today. I expressed this. Oh my God, that was so fucking scary, but I did it. I'm like, yes, let's create something incredible together. This is what I'm for. And I want to, like, the last point that I want to riff on before I bring someone on here to riff together is the biggest signature work that I do, and I just let my aura do the work, is to fucking own who I am. Unapologetically. And even that way, that anyone who is in my field naturally gets those codes and transforms in aura, from aura to aura. So for example, we can amp it up even more if I create a retreat in Ibiza, and everyone who wants to come to Ibiza, that will amplify even more, because when we are in person together, the experience, the feeling, the touching, and the feeling is even more potent than just on a live stream or a Zoom call. But even a connection, a soul-to-soul agreement, a soul contract, when we say, yes, I want to work with you, whether it's mentor to client, client to mentor. My mentors always change as well, has always been. Even I triggered some mentors and they went even more unapologetic in their way by me being the client. And today, as I was sitting at the pool, I'm like, when there's just one message, I will repeat over and over. And when I then bring it into business, it's self-marketing and selling. It's how much are you sold on yourself? How much are you, I mean, you can say, yeah, I'm not for everyone, but this is actually, for me, this can come also with a stubbornness and a defense and like a little stubborn child. Yeah, I'm not for everyone. For me, it's like, it's just normal that we are not for everyone. This is nothing special. It is just what it is. It's just you do your life, and then the right people find you. But most importantly, it is to the difference why most women do not self-market and play it down. And you're actually marketing, you're discounting yourself. You're marketing to target instead of what is the highest. Target is like, right? Harrods is top level, KaDeWe in Germany, or another luxury brand. It's because of the fear of what other people say or think, or if someone not buys. And so it's not about your vibe. Your vibe is amazing. It's just that you cannot hold this vibe when someone else is triggered. You don't hold it long enough, your prices, raise the prices until the new client shows up. This in between, this, I'm fucking done. I don't want to, Kara's on here. Good morning, Kara. Like, I love my clients getting up that early in Australia. I'm like obsessed. This is doing whatever it takes. Ah, so good. You know, this in between. And let me know, share with me, like, you have this moment where you go like last time I had Ria on and she went, I'm fucking exhausted, I attract the wrong clients. Yeah, so you get to a pain point where you notice you are overgiving, you are pleasing others, you're not fully expressing yourself. Especially for me with a defined head, I want to have nourishing, high level conversations and geeking out on topics and visions and leadership conversation. And I do not want congratulations. I don't want to. That's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. I don't want to have conversations in my DMs about why you cannot join. I mean, I know there are some reasons of some of my clients who cannot join, and I totally accept it. But you know what I mean, like these excuses or these insecurities. I'm like, yeah, good. So Ria signed a new client. Congratulations. Now, what's your next level move? Who do you sign up with? I'm teasing, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'm also fucking serious because 4 months, the time is ticking. And most people don't get it. Most say, what is in 4 months? In 3 years from now, you will look back and you know. And I see myself, and I listen a lot to Gary Vee lately and to a lot of visionaries who predict things, and people, most of the people don't fucking listen. And that's the thing about leaders and visionaries. And the more I talk about it, the more I attract, because that's the whole spiel, that you all are very unique. And you think, oh, I cannot talk about it because there's no one else like me, and this is so crazy. And I say, I dial it up even more, that you see that you're not alone. And I invite you in spaces for like me where you can transform into that person, so it doesn't take 5 months to get another client. This is not sustainable. This is not scalable. You have work to do, Ria. You have to get out of your corporate job and be full-time in your power and impact more people with your amazing, especially projectors. This is our time, right? So, and the biggest thing is to close the gap between that you have to go down to the point where you cannot do it any longer, and you realize, fuck, I'm overgiving, I don't want this, and your full body goes into resistance, or you burn out, or you self-sabotage. Your body tells you, like, when you burn out, when you get sick, when you manifest certain things just because you don't want to do it anymore, that's a sign, because you're manifesting all the time. And when your soul says, fuck no, I don't want that, you always discount yourself and undercharge, so I radiate out. No clients, low clients, no clients, please. I told you last time on my Insta stories that I shared in the vibe about the energetic captions. So when I go into your stories and there were a energetic caption creator and it says, I'm insecure, I'm not trusting, please sign me up, I need the money, I need the confirmation, I'm depending my self-worth on whether you sign up with Ria or not. This is why they don't buy. You get it? So, got to be so certain, because you have to be in your authority. And when 2027 comes, this is the only way. Like, this is like, the business is just the training field for what's to come. When the 3D goes into the new paradigm, then you have to trust yourself so much, because the nervous system it's all about spirit and intuition and emotional intelligence. And the nervous system the nervous system will be in fight and flight mode. So when there's outside fight and flight mode, how much can you hold your alignment, your stability, your certainty inside? And this is the same thing. How much do you trust yourself? How flexible are you? How like we create our own reality. And so the split has already happened. The dimensions are changing. We have to be in a 5D and higher consciousness, but we have to live in a 3D conscious world that gets even more lower dimensional in terms of what the change happens, the controlling, the manipulation, the codependency. And so all that I'm talking about and all that I'm exactly, Kara, all that I'm talking about, all that I'm preparing you for in the business, you have to have a running business. You cannot be dependent on anyone else. You have to know how to identify your genius and your value, and you have to be able to market and sell it. And while there is things that I help my clients with, offers, and offers by design is the creation of the offers based on your defined centers, gates, and channels. Personal brand gets even more important for me as well. And the third thing is really selling in a way that and running a business that is in your design. These three things will have you survive when what's to come. When we go into a structure of small communities, because all those programs are crumbling, we do not have a government. When electricity goes out, who do you call when nobody answers the service hotline? When the internet goes out, and how will you survive? Will you be able to find solutions, or are you looking and staring at the problems and say, I don't have an internet, so I cannot make money? When we have to grow vegetables in our gardens because all the produce in the stores are highly toxic and polluted with even certain genetic manipulation that goes way deeper than just pesticides. Like, there's so much coming that if you're not fully trusting your authority, and you are not, and I'm still myself working on it to get stronger. That's why I invest. How much have I already? I think I have close to 200,000 this year invested. And it was from day one that I felt this. Not because I had to, but I felt this. I don't know where this is going to end this riff today, but I know that something big is pushing me to over and over and over repeat myself, even if I sound like a broken record. But I'm now clear that I'm not anymore talking to the ones who are just watching me and plugging in and getting this quick motivational fix. And yes, it's impact and it's ripple, and yes, that's all cool and dandy. That's kind of my donation for the collective. But why I'm doing this is for the leaders who want to step it up and give it and shout out from the rooftops what you really have to say, and what you really want to chart, and what you really want to run your business, and what you really want to offer to the world. Last night, or the night before, was a night where there was the clicking in of the gate 40, the community channel, in terms of, are my emotional needs met? I'm giving, I am committing, I am going into this relationship with my community, with my clients, with my partner, with my friends. What is in for me? We can only give so much. Hi, Lisa is there. We can only give so much when our needs are met. But the problem is, if you offer the wrong shit, your needs will never be met. And if you offer something and overgive in order to receive, it's not giving unconditionally. It's highly codependent. And this is all the defined heart deconditioning with the solar plexus deconditioning. And that's why we go deep into this next week in Egoist. And I'm so fucking certain that every woman and every man watching this needs to decondition the ego. I hear and talk with multimillionaires about this, and they still say emotional intelligence, communication, setting boundaries, raising your standards, being able to raise your prices and holding them, communicating them without a shaky energy. Have you ever communicated a price and then suddenly you were like, hopefully they buy, hopefully they buy. Oh, I'm sending a link. Okay, the link is out there. Damn, she's not clicking the link. She's not clicking the link. Why is she not clicking the link? Shall I follow up? Shall I not follow up? I haven't heard from her. Like, do you know how many messages I receive asking to work with me and then not even a response or just this double clicking of my message, which I hate? I hate it. Because how low are our manners that we cannot acknowledge that someone else gives us an answer which is not yes or no, and valuing time and attention and energy and saying thank you or no thank you, because most people cannot even own their no's because they know they're gonna kind of cheat on themselves, on their own desires. Like, this is self-awareness and radical responsibility is like so underrated, and everybody's like, yeah, but I want to have clients. Yeah, cool. Like, that's great. But that's the result of you being a leader and taking risks and investing and going bigger and going beyond. If you say, I'm doing all this, and say, okay, where's your edge? Where you can clean things up more and behind the scenes, stepping it up more. Because I know we all are overgiving, me included. People pleasing. There's still some shaky energy. I'm constantly doing that. That's why I'm telling you that. So the egoist. I want to, before I bring Lisa on, because Lisa was the first who was texting me, I want to talk about the egoist. And I'm now, this week and next week, and from here on, I'm also more unapologetic about selling, and we'll talk more about sales and my offers, because this is what I want every woman out there, being more unapologetic about the sales and expanding you in that. And of course, I think that's the most incredible thing that will help you to get through this whole people pleasing and dimming down and playing it small. And it's like you're talking to the wrong people. Have you ever heard that? Had this feeling? Nicolette is here. Hello. This feeling of I'm talking to the fucking wrong people. I feel not nourished in my mind. I feel like small talk. Small talk? You are on the street and you're talking small talk. Who is bored? Say me in the comments. Who's bored from fucking small talk? For me, that's the same. Like, my yoga practice by now. And I was teaching beginners. And it's like, I'm bored. Oh, there's the ring light. See it. I'm like, I'm bored. So, when we are not fully in our confidence, self-esteem, and ego, we dim our light. And you know what? Lighthouses, projectors, you're lighthouses. But you're not here, and I will write a post about this. This landed yesterday. We're not fucking here to just light a little match. I'm like, I'm the lighthouse. I'm a lighthouse. And I even see six-figure earners going online and go like, I'm such a good CEO. And I'm doing this and this and this, and I'm creating this and this and this, and I'm pointing at the reels. Oh my god, I don't know who is channeling this, but I'm having fun. I'm pointing at the reels, and I'm dancing on TikTok, and I'm doing all the things, and I'm making my six figures, and so you have to hire me because I'm such a good girl, and I'm so successful. And I'm like, who are you really? Come on, tell me your fuck ups, tell me your personality, tell me who you disappointed, tell me how you led yourself through it. This is why I would hire you. Not how much money you can make. Making money online is easy. You just need to sell some shit and manipulate people into it. I noticed that I've done it myself. But then what? Your soul dies. Your personality dies. And that's why you open the phone and everything looks same. And this is what the programming wants, to have all the women not being in their power and playing with all the self-worth wounds And actually the men have to step up as well, because men are here to support and protect the feminine, and feminine need female, like women in their feminine have to be in the leadership. You have to be able to command, to lead. Commanding is not negotiating. Commanding is I lead. This is what I stand for. This is my mission. This is my fucking certainty. And then men get to support that. But the problem is, men have been raised by conditioned mothers who are constantly mothering them and not initiating and empowering them. So men cannot support and protect the woman because they have not been empowered to do so. And so they are attracting, actually, again, women who are mothering them. And this is the same. You can replace men with money. And you can look at your clients, how much you're mothering them. I need to cut this. And that's why I'm so piercing you, to initiate, empower you. But I also know that the true understanding of human design, if you're really certain and you really want to amplify it, it's flesh to flesh. It is aura to aura. And I see so many human design communities now forming and creating communities, and more people are going to Ibiza, more and more people are forming in Portugal or in other spots in this world, because there is more power evolving together. This internet will disappear. 2027, no Instagram, no metaverse, no. Looks different. It's all blockchain. And when we put the puzzle pieces together with all the AI and biotechnology inside of bodies and outside of the technology and the screen, there will be a different way to communicate. You think, well, how does she know that? I have mentors. I invest. I learn. I study. And I want to talk more about this and help my client. But, I don't even have to talk human design or teach human design. I just need to live it. And my aura codes and empowers you to live yours. That's fucking simple. It is fucking simple. But I will shift into other platforms because I want to reach really the women who want to rock this world and shake things up. And September is the time to shake things up, especially for projectors. Projector Mastermind is coming. The stage is coming back. We will have egoists coming, and Advanced Authority, a program is coming, all to empower the leaders. There is no theory, Rhea. It is true. It is conspiracy, but it's not theory anymore. So, I want to say, egoist, 3 days next week. It's the opportunity, if you have never worked with me and you love my energy and you feel and you watch my stories every day and you feel the zing and you want to get into my world, the 3 days, it's a perfect first program, 3-day masterclass. We go into the deconditioning of the ego, the solar plexus. We, of course, I translate it to your business, to attract higher level clients, to be more in your power, to raise your prices, to hold the energy behind it. Actually, I pull out of you what you really want for your business, because mostly it's way too small and you have a fucking bigger vision. And I will help you to create this now and not work for it to have it one day, because the strategies and the shifts have to happen now. I do not believe that you will one day have your business and then you can go into the vision. It's like now you're building it. And the consistency, the defined heart is also about the consistency and staying in it and staying detached, detaching from the outcome, holding the energy while transitioning. Like we will talk about boundaries, communicating boundaries, unblocking the throat center. Like there are 5 pillars that I can teach you how to prioritize yourself, detach, and stop the people pleasing and the playing small and the dimming your light and discounting your offers to attract higher level clients, really rock and stand out in this industry once and for all. The biggest thing that always helped me doing this work, I want to really share with you very personally, and that's what I teach in these 3 days, is to understand that where the biggest pattern is in your chart, the pattern on the weakness. For me, it is actually the missing gate 41. Sun gate is 41, but I don't have the emotional activation. So there will always be a certain situation coming up where I could get triggered and get into my not self. Now, as I know it, I can handle it and navigate it differently. And so when I go live, when I go into my business, when I sell, I can stay in my power. I can hold it. And so I will look at each person's chart and we go through that the 3 days. That's why I say it's not anymore just teaching classes. If you want to join just Egoist a la carte, you can do that. And at the day 3 is always Q&A and coaching. Very, very applied. And so there's a limited spaces only available, and they are already very filled through the clients that I already have, because in the focus and in the vision it is already included. This is one of my signature programs, masterclasses, and I love that. So if you want to join, send me a message. It is 555 euros pay in full, and there are payment plans available. So it is a game changer for your business and your personal power. It's confidence to cash. Literally. Okay? Amazing. This happens next week. So excited for it. I'm so on fire because I want you to feel the same way too. Not anymore depending on anyone else. And these thoughts, what if? Will I ever get it? When will the client come up? They stop. Gotta stop that shit. Okay? I want in. Ria. Yes. Yes. Send me a message. I will send you the link afterwards. And you're gonna sign up. Yes. So fucking excited to have you. We're gonna rock it next week. Love it. Love, 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 love it. Okay. Luz, Nicolette, Lisa, Helena, you're also here. Kara's here. Nina's here. Okay. I'm excited that you're still here listening to that rant. If you want to join Egoist or want information about mentoring with me, vision, or the focus, please send me a message. I'll share everything with you. And I want to bring Lisa on. Lisa, can you let me pull Lisa on? Pressed. Hold on. Yeah. Is it happening? Lisa, there you go.
Hi.
Hello. I cannot see you clearly, but it's a little bit the internet connection.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I'll turn my camera maybe helps a little bit. No, it's not too good, but oh well. It will be fine, I guess.
Okay. I can hear you at least.
That's good.
Okay.
Oh,
So bring it up.
well,
Tell me.
well, also
So
with
hold on. Hold on.
yeah.
This is the moment. This is the moment for every one of you as well. This is the moment we have to be fucking egoistic. This is your moment. Just bring it on right away. What is it? You make it about you. It's your question. It's your time. Go.
Well, this is so interesting because I was talking to you like, okay, I'm there. Not even thinking of coming live with you. So literally, I am having all these thoughts of why I shouldn't be live with you. because I don't know a real question. Am I looking okay? I do not feel very well today, so is it good for me to come live? You know what I mean? So all these thoughts already are coming up with Eva going live with you. But I'm here, so fuck that.
See how this fucking mind wants to talk you out
Mm.
of it?
Yeah,
All these reasons, like our mind is so programmed to look for reasons to stay small, to not do it. So when
yeah.
there's one thing that I always tell my clients that creates instant shifts is just be the best rebel, like the most rock star rebel of your own
Mm.
mind and say, fuck you. I do
Yeah.
not listen. I do exactly the opposite. So when your mind says you're not pretty, you're not that, you don't even put makeup on. You just say, fuck it. The energy matters more. I do it.
Mm.
When your mind says, oh, you cannot go out for a walk first, there's so much work. Like today, there was a lot of work on my computer and I was out. And I'm like, fuck it. Friday is my day. This, what I received, the codes would not have come through if I were working on my computer all day. So everyone here, tomorrow the assignment, Saturday, just do for one day, 24 hours, the exact opposite, always. And message me at the end of the day your results. And we all who are in the vibe or in DFS is you message it in the Telegram chat, okay? So this is one thing. And the second thing is when I always like you have a question.
Yes, of
You
course. Yeah, of course.
so
I do have. Yeah. But like when you're at the moment, I'm like, okay, but what am I gonna ask? Because there's so much.
then tell me about your goal, your vision,
Well,
your
this this
what is the
summer
next thing that you want?
this summer for me was about deconditioning and really breaking loose from everything that I know and that I've done for the year before this, that it's not working for me in that way. And I really,
Welcome
really
to the club.
feel, yeah, I really feel that now I want to unapologetically really tell my story, tell my truth. I I have my sun gate in 35, so it's all about the
Mm,
change and about the progress, and I need to share that in the momentum. That's what I'm really learning, because when I wait too long about sharing what I've gone through, then the momentum is gone, and then I don't want to share about it anymore.
you
Um,
know, I have the gate as well.
mhm.
And so how I experience is yes, there isn't. Do you have the spleen as well active?
The spleen, no.
Okay. So for me, it is even worse because I have the spleen. It's very in the moment, spontaneous, right? But what I notice is that there is a momentum, but it can create this belief that you need to stay in this momentum, and this is kind of chasing that high. And the thing is that we have to be, in order to have that in our physical body sustainable, because you cannot be on a high, you cannot have an orgasm your entire life long, right? It would be great, but it's not possible. And then it would also not be so great because it's then normal and it's boring. There's no there's no friction. And this is also something with this, the waves, that there has to be an ebb and flow to have the potency behind it. And the potency can only come from a neutral state of like a state stability. And when there's momentum, there can also be instability because you have so much energy, right? And especially when I hear I need da 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 da, there's some that's not true. It's a belief.
Mm.
So I want to shift you so that for you that you do not chase the momentum or do not hold onto the momentum and create beliefs around, yeah, but I have to do it now and I have to get it out now, like this pressure. People will feel it. But what I
Mhm.
noticed, especially this year, is there's no rush. There is no rush when you have the clarity. Like when it comes from alignment and you settle, and actually it's more embodied in terms of let it sink in a little bit, especially when it comes to emotional waves, and
Mm.
then get into the certainty and let it land. and observe yourself with this topic. So when you have a realization, you have this awakening, you have this momentum, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you then, especially as a projector, go through the world and look at the world through this epiphany, and you, because we learn and embody more by looking at structures and systems through the lens of our design. So I always go through the world and look at, okay, I even make bets when I sit there and drink coffee. I look at, okay, this must be a money gen, this must be a generator. This, like, I
Yeah.
see them
I'm
and
the
I
same.
read
Yeah.
them, right? And then I even can feel, oh, this is a insecure. Like when I went through the street and I see the men turning their heads and the women go like, you know, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
cool, I'm just walking here. So you look through the world through this momentum, in the momentum created awareness, create content around this, how you realize that, how you experience it, how you see the world,
Mm.
because projectors are here to see and project
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And over time, that creates awareness in your audience. Now we go into the business. So as a smart to sell that, because you
Mm-hmm.
cannot say, hey, I had this awakening, I want to teach a class, and everybody goes, oh, what can you tell me a little bit more? I don't
Mm.
know. Like,
Yeah.
that's too short, because this is our projector. Or like, why not? I mean, it's so obvious, right? It's like, of course, join that class. So it took me as well here talking about ego more and more and more to create that awareness. But for us, it's like obvious. Duh. So
Yeah.
you take the awareness, you take your momentum for yourself
Yeah.
to go like, oh, I feel there's something there's some juice in it. Okay. Then you go through
Mhm.
the world. There's no pressure. You create content, you go live, you share through that lens. And then you also see even more what that can turn into. Is it a class? Is it a program? Is it a one-on-one? Is it just a topic for a podcast? You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This takes the
Yeah.
pressure off, right?
Yeah, that's interesting because sometimes I feel like I'm telling too much then about myself, about my own experience. And then
Profile, profile.
6'2", 6'2".
Ha, ha.
Yeah, it's
Talk
okay,
about
right?
our own experience. It is, even like as a projector and Align 6, we guide without even guiding. That means just by you watching me
Yeah.
is actually enough. And I'm even at the moment and a place, and I just want to expand you. I share again something about me. Okay, my
Yeah.
experience will teach you something, because I am done with people just watching me and not doing something with it, because this is like the advice, or the even line sixes give advice without even giving advice, but just
Hmm.
by us modeling it naturally, especially as line two, we don't even know what we're so good at, but people just benefit from it. That I'm at a point going also into 2027, a bargain. I'm like, if you want to watch me, you can pay for me. You can pay for it. So I'm creating a Netflix,
Hmm.
HD Netflix on demand, Ginger on demand, for 44 euros per month. And then I put live streams like this in there, and they're not live on Instagram anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
is enough. Watching you is enough, because people will learn from it. This is how children learn. And
Yeah.
I want to say to everyone, even who are yet now watching or watching the replay, if you're not a line six, that will be the model of the new era, because
Hmm.
line sixes are the future leaders, because we will not have the line fives who are just about branding and hiding behind a image. And it is not about the line fours, who is all about the community, because the community will collapse. So it is about the individual, but the individual is then again like a little child who sees their parents and just, oh, they are doing something, I'm doing the same, right? This
Yeah.
is how we learn. We watch and we do it the same. So make it about you, and
Yeah.
then share where you, what took you, what was necessary, for example, to get to the point where Nicolette wants ginger flicks. So this is so great, Luz. And I want to say very openly, how you share things here is also um, like you don't need permission or validation, but I notice and receive from the aura how you share it that you still not feel seen in it. And this is something when I see that projectors want to very excitedly, overexcitedly share what they're doing, what they see me, I'm so good at it. I want to say, I love what you do, and I know how it is to look for this validation. And we all can resonate with this, right? Because we're so in love with our work. We are so certain in it. But if I would not say, you know what, you can pay me for it, you would not go like, fuck yes, that's possible. I want that too. But do you know
Mhm.
how much I have to like hold my shit together to don't think I'm arrogant?
Yeah.
I have three mentors. Hello? I'm doubling
Yeah.
down to prepare the world because I am on a fucking mission and I feel still not heard and
Yeah.
seen by as many as I know need this. So you all have fullest permission, and and you are already in my world, Lisa, and who is not yet there fully, step it up a notch. Step it up because
Yeah.
what I
Well,
share here,
because
huh? No, what I
I've been there just watching you and not being in your world, but I can really tell that when you take the step, even if it's the 111 per month, it does shift. It shifts everything. So even the free content that you give, I watch it differently. I'm more invested
that's it.
to
That's
take
it.
in the knowledge. Yeah.
That's it. So everyone who wants to join my world, the vibe is the first, it's for 111, and it is, I don't want to say it's the lowest offer, no, but it is behind the scenes. And you get so activated by it. And I created it for that price level so that it lands differently. And this is the interesting thing. When we are mentored by someone, we receive, because this is the codes. You are receiving information on a cellular level that the ones who are not my clients don't receive, even though they're listening now to the same shit that I'm talking. And that's the magic, not the magic, that's the quantum physics of human design.
Yeah.
And the calls of Money Club are so great. Yes, and we will have even more calls, and you will have the close friends list coming soon. So everything, for example, today I went out and did my Venus Wealth Day. And next week when I do it, I will do the close friends list, and everyone who is in the vibe will get even more behind the scenes. And I'm talking to the camera there. And so I'm gonna give more. I pull even more back my curtains as a line too, but not for free. That is because I want to that you do something with it, and you do something with it when you feel this coded activation. That's the difference, right? It's not so much the payment because you're invested. There is this cellular connection that happens, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It is different, and
Yeah.
so. Um, I hope that, no, I'm certain that this activated you into
Yeah.
understanding that you can and have to share more about you as the role model, but then become the bridge. So not just I'm doing this, like guide them to where you are.
Yeah.
This is
That's
the
interesting. Yeah.
projector, right? But you don't go like, yeah, and you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, and I did it like I know it better because I'm now here. This is the immature projectors that are doing that because we see it, but this is no invitation, there's no recognition. And the recognition comes only, and this is what I'm going to teach in the stage, the projector mastermind, is how to create the stage for
Mm.
becoming the recognition. And the stage comes when you share what landed in that momentum and not cling on that momentum, but take this and look through the world through the lens of what landed. Then this will even bring in more codes of the bigger message. Because
Yeah.
if you're chasing momentum, you always chase little snippets of bigger concepts that want to land, but you're always chasing the highs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Now more questions are coming up, but
No, that we're gonna keep that
yeah.
for
Yeah,
I
for
know
next
that
time.
I could, yes, I could
It's very
definitely
nice.
post.
It's very nice to speak to you in person for the first
Yeah.
time. So
Can
thank
you
you.
can you tell me where you at right now located?
In the Netherlands,
Where?
Zoetermeer near Den Haag.
The Hague. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's not so far from here, so that's why I'm
No, it's
asking.
not. Yeah, it's not. It's not so far.
Yeah, it's so good. It's always so good to kind of feel into the, the landscape. Yeah. So maybe if I'm in Ibiza, I really would love to have some Europeans come and we can do some
Mhm.
retreats. That
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
so.
Well, I'm at the end of the month. I'm going traveling again, and then I'll be in Asia. So for a long
Okay.
time. Yeah.
The other, yeah, you shared that with me, the other
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
Longer travel. Okay, that is amazing. Thank you so much for being on here,
Thank you,
and I'm gonna
Ginger.
see
Thank
you
you.
in the vibe.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Nicolette. Nicolette, are you still on? Nicolette, I would love to bring you on, but I cannot bring you on. Why not? I wanted to ask Nicolette if you want to come hop on, but I cannot press the stand button, and I don't know why. That's weird. So Nicolette, if you want to ask a question, you can put that in the question box. Yes? Yeah. But I cannot bring you on. There is a button block that I cannot invite you. I don't know why. It's not possible. That's sad. But you know what? I gotta, right? That is weird. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Okay. I wanna, Helena, you wanna come on? One more person, and then close it. Ah, okay. Helena, you have to accept. There she is. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are
After
you?
after the amazing dressing, like you were wearing the
Dressing
most
up.
amazing clothes. Amazing.
Yes, it's my sister working with this big Swedish designer, so we play with the clothes.
Oh my God. Yeah, you have to do a photo shoot.
I should. I should.
Yes, please. Especially the first one you showed, like this, with this amazing prints.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes. So, what is your question? Bring it on.
I am struggling right now, mostly because I realized for the first time in my life that I have a fear of failure, and
Mm.
it's so big that I thought I hate competition, but it's just that I'm so scared I will lose. So I don't want to go into that.
Okay. So,
And I
here for
haven't
everyone
realized
here,
that. This is, you know why this happened.
okay. The connection cut off a little bit. So, share for everyone here, what is your
Sorry.
design? What is your design?
I'm a projector 2/4 emotional authority.
Okay. Yeah. And what actually are you afraid of? Like the first thing that comes to your mind.
Well, it's the fear of rejection.
What?
Rejection, not being good enough.
Rejection of being good enough. Okay, what are you
Yeah.
planning? Like, what do you think people will reject?
That they will see that I am a fraud.
Okay, which topic? Get really practical, like as detailed as possible. A fraud about what?
How I, like a projector, I see through people, and I am afraid that they will don't believe that I do that. That they. This is hard.
No, it's not hard. I believe that this is a self-image that you
Yeah.
think you're the person who makes things up,
Yeah.
who says things that are not true. So
Yes.
this self-image is not innately in you because you know your truth. But the self-image, and I know you, and you know when I tell you you are who you are, that's the truth. But you still have the self-image because someone once or multiple times told you this. Like, how can you tell this? Or who was that?
Oh, you
Okay,
could go way
anyhow, it
back.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some people told you that. Okay?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So that means this comes from external. That's especially as line 2, a
Yes.
projection. Yeah, line 2, line 5, we will do a workshop on the fifth line and 2 lines as well. This is the projection field, and especially as a projector. The thing is that you have most likely, when these things happen, you have not, there was no recognition. You have given unsolidified, uninvited advice. And the advice was not even, you have to do this or you're doing this wrong. It's just sharing what is so obvious for you, but nobody asked you for it.
Exactly.
And so what I notice now, I have not my personal experience, because we're as a line 2 so in our genius that we don't even know, and it just pops out of us. Yeah. So what helps me is really getting into more, especially with my sister now. We haven't been talking for a couple of months, and then the baby is now coming, and I know things better about the baby than maybe she because of the human design. But I'm not a mom, so I better not open my mouth and say anything about it. Okay. So what I learned is,
Yeah.
really, it is that. And
Mm.
just sit and wait. And waiting is in terms of waiting, let your aura do the talking and just stay open and have compassion and share, like wait for the moment where you can share about a similar topic. Or I would love to, like, you have to be sneaky around the back door. Yeah. It's like this smart, like we are fucking smart projectors. So use your smartness to create the recognition through other, like a third line, like a third thing, like a pillar, like a kickstand. So for me, when I wanted to talk about human design, I will talk about that in general, or maybe about myself. This is really, really good when you say, you know what, I had a similar experience once and I just did this and this.
Yeah.
And then maybe they say, oh, really? And maybe it takes 5 times that you share something similar about you. And then there's the recognition, and let them fucking ask you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. That's why I am now even more leaning back and saying, you know what, I'm doubling down on the DFS, and we rock it in there because I have full permission from you to go all in. And then everyone else sees us doing that, what we do here. This is me creating my stage. I'm coaching you as my client. Everyone else who sees me wants to be coached by me, you can join the vibe or whatever. It's the same for you. And you will not, there is, so the fear of rejection, to be honest, you will always be rejected.
Yeah.
So you will not ever, 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 even the more you please and the smallest you play, there will be still people who are smaller than you and will be triggered by you. This is just channeled. I have never said that, but this is good.
Thank
So
you.
this is fucking good, right? You have to remind this
Yeah.
and take this out for an audio or whatever. So you can small as you try to, and there will still little people smaller than you and will be triggered by your bigness, and you will go like, yeah, fuck, well, what else shall I do? Or like not do anything anymore. So if you still like, then what is the alternative? The option is, okay, then let's go big as fuck, because there are still people bigger than you who you can rise up to, and you will always win. Because when you focus on the ones who are bigger than you will always evolve, and you do not fucking care and waste your time and energy and project your aura with the people who are triggered, because they're like, I tell you, we eat aura. And I have, like I said yesterday in my stories, I have severe intolerance around not self, not trusting, highly overthinking, highly staying, like this is just intolerance, like highly allergic. I get,
Hives.
So what do? Double down on the ones, like you want another one-on-one client, double down on the
Yep.
ones you have, or double down on to create the energy of success in your body.
Yeah.
So I yesterday sat down and created those Trello boards and the application form, everything for you. And I got so excited and created, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in boss mode and kind of doing this. And we're having the best month in September ever. And I just get chilled and talking about it. And I'm not paying attention to the ones who are not joining, because
Of course.
they just choose to not join the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it creates, what matters is that you stay in the frequency of success. And so when you want another client, double down on what you have now, instead of neglecting and saying they are not good enough, in terms of, yes, they're good, but I want more. It's still the gap.
True.
When you focus on what you have and amplify it, and then we market that energy, and you turn around and come out of a session and you share amazing, or you have a creative idea out of that session because you focus even more on that, and you go and turn around and bring that energy into your audience, people will see you differently. And then you go like,
Yeah.
I need a new client. Where's my next client? Where's my next client? And your aura absorbs all the, yeah. And then of course there's fear of rejection. Do you know how
Yeah.
many people reject me every day? And it is like, even last night I received a message and it's like, it is what people do. Rejection in terms of, I'm not happy with what I received, or what you said the other day was weird or too direct, or your dress is too tight. I mean, whatever. When you saw my pullover, my mom will go tomorrow, you cannot wear that. That's too short. I'm like, I love you, Mom. I love you too. Just say I love you too, because it's her way to care, right? It's like, and she's a 1-4. She's fixed. It's like,
Okay. Yeah.
fixed. You wear this. Define G-center. This is what one wear, and not this. I'm like, don't say fuck. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Yeah, literally. And they go like, but I say it with love, I'm not anymore, and this was at the beginning. I'm not defending myself anymore. I just take it with humor and compassion,
Yeah.
because I see everyone now, and this helps me a lot. Every woman who does not sign up with me, I have deep compassion and deep love, because I see the pull, I feel the pull, I looked right to the core, and all that I can do is double down on me showing up even more, even more, even more, to show that there's still, you can trust yourself in that decision, and there's more. And so compassion and love is the best way to stay out of the fear, because people will still reject you.
Yeah, true.
Okay, that
Yes.
was a good one. Thank you for pulling
Yes.
that out of me.
That's what I do too.
Okay, you know me, we can do that the whole night. Okay, and our coaching call on Sunday. So everyone who will join, who is in the focus and the vision, we have our coaching call on Sunday. And I am so frank and so courageous and say everyone who joins the focus and the vision, even though the month, it's actually the coaching call of August, you can come and get coaching. So if you're going to join, that would be my bonus. And our coaching calls usually go 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. We just have the best time. It's masterclass / coaching call, right? So
Slash
it's a
cocktail party.
cocktail party, exactly. So thank you for being on here. I wish you a beautiful rest of your evening
Yes,
and
thank
have a
you.
fun day. And everyone else, so you can tune out and just exit.
Exit.
That was very amazing. I love coaching live, and I love also that everyone who has never seen me coaching get into the experience. And if it's correct for you, you can join the experience. Trust yourself in that, and my DMs are open for all discussions about the options. So I want to encourage you to message me, and then we find the best option for you. The next 3-day masterclass Egoist is coming next week. So if you want more information on that, message me as well. It was amazing. That was an amazing on-air show. Next Friday, we're going to meet again. And oh no, it's next Saturday. Next Friday, we have the coaching call, the Q&A of Egoist. So it's next Saturday. And then maybe the other platform is already up and we do it on another platform. We don't know. So thank you for everyone who is play. Oops, there was my sound. Thank you for everyone who's watching the replay. Thank you, Lisa. And I'm gonna see you on my thank you. That's the point, Kara. Absolutely. We're all in this together. I love you, and I'm gonna talk to you soon. Bye.